Hello and welcome. Today I want to share with you 12 things that you can do in Valencia, Spain. It's not a complete list of what to do here, just some ideas and highlights of my trip. Of course, we start with a walk through the old town. It has a certain charm, even if not all parts are well kept. You can find lots of shops, restaurants and bars, but also historical buildings and monuments. Valencia's most famous landmark is the City of Arts and Science, made of a series of futuristic buildings with galleries and museums. Take a bit of time to walk through it and maybe even visit some of them. We saw the Science Museum and the Oceanarium and took a walk through the Umbracle. This one only takes 5 minutes, but you have to make a stop at the House of Cats. It's adorable. Next stop, the Botanical Garden. My favorite thing about it was that some trees and bushes were growing outside their enclosure, invading the paths. I'm not ironic. I mean, it's a place dedicated to them. This could be a new norm. Also, you can write your name on a bamboo stick because they grow so quickly and soon there's going to be a new one to replace the one you wrote on. listen, make a careful meal plan because you have to try everything. Paella, fideuà, which is like a paella but with noodles instead of rice, ice cream, gelato, drink some Valencian water, which is actually a very strong cocktail, farton, it's a pastry, horchata, a traditional rice drink, churros of course, croquetas, jamons, Spanish potato omelette. Yum! One of my favorite activities was cycling through the Túria Gardens. Imagine a 9-kilometer garden that splits the city in two. It's a dream on a hot day. And the most interesting fact about this is that it's built in the old Túria riverbed. After the Great Flood of Valencia caused horrible losses almost 70 years ago, the river was diverted and this beautiful garden was built on its place. One of the unexpected and fun places of Valencia is Gulliver Park. And yes, adults are allowed to play as well, I asked. I loved sliding on Gulliver's coat and I can truly recommend you do too. The Fine Arts Museum was on our list as a bad weather and or hungover backup, and we ended up having both, so we visited it. It was a nice way to discover some lesser-known Spanish painters and sculptures. A nice bonus is that it's free, which is unexpected for such a large museum. And it has a wonderful royal garden next to it, where there are a few parrots roaming free and, of course, a lot of cats. The port and the beach are not that easily accessible from the city center, but they are worth a detour nonetheless. The beach is huge and it goes on and on and on for kilometers, but when we went it was a really hot day, so we decided to take a walk on the port promenade instead and do some ship watching. Some more courageous people even dared to jump into the water at the end of the port, but I'm not sure it's a good idea. The Central Market of Valencia is a really special place. You can get a good feeling for the local culture just by looking at what is sold here and trying some of the foods. And of course, the architecture is amazing. Just make sure not to bump into people while you admire all the details. If you decide to visit it, check the timetable before. It's only open Monday to Saturday and only in the mornings. Serranos Gate is the former city gate, now a gate into the old town. One of my biggest regrets is that I didn't get to climb on top of it too, but I urge you to do it. Can you believe it was built more than 600 years ago? And last but not least, visit the cathedral. Which cathedral? The cathedral. You can't miss it. It's the heart of the old town. It has some fascinating paintings and sculptures, and that comes from someone that isn't churchy at all. If you are not afraid of seeing human skeletons, you can also visit the Roman understructure. When you're done, the Plaza de la Reina waits for you outside. It's a perfect place to chill a little before you go further. Our tour ends here, and I hope you liked it.